Hello, this is Lakshmi Anand, and we're going to talk about releasing trauma with the Sedona method, triple welcoming method, and through the method from A Course in Miracles. Um, okay, so you can also ask Chat GPT. Sedona method is a way to release a thought and a feeling that is hurtful, that doesn't feel good. Okay, so the way to do that, for instance, if you get a thought about something that is, it may be the feeling is first. Okay, the feeling is first, then the thought may come. It can happen that way. For instance, when we're these that's actually how it works when you're preverbal, a baby. You have a feeling, oh, I'm hungry, and that there's not the thought, there's just I'm hungry, baby cries, right? um you know, baby's tired, baby cries. Later, the thoughts that justify that feeling, or like say what the toy is taken, when the child is, the toy is taken when the baby's like a toddler or whatever, and it's not a good feeling. Oh, my toy is taken, I want my toy. There's anger, then there's thoughts later, because we can get about the reason that happened, that is a justifying, right? So a child may get reprimanded, that's not what we do, judged, so the child maybe be judged. Later they start to understand, oh, that is a wrong action, and so judgment is learned about, right? We start attaching thoughts. So in this situation, you may get a feeling, the feeling first, that is uncomfortable. If there's a thought attached to it, then let that thought be there also. Welcome that thought in also. But what you're doing with the Sedona method is you are welcoming, you are accepting, not just accepting, but you are literally welcoming, almost like embracing that thought, that feeling and thought, that perception, because that perception, guess what, is not you. You are essentially reparenting the inner child, the illusion of this uncomfortable situation. You're sitting with it and being present with it. This is a type of meditation. You are embracing it. You don't have to do this for a long time, but let's say you give that, one of the ways I like, Alison Armstrong does this. I think she assigns a number, like when I have the feeling, that we give it a number of us on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 to start with, because that's where you're starting. And so I'm welcoming the feeling, I'm welcoming the thought, and just sitting with it, and if it doesn't change, if nothing changed, I'm just present with it. I'm not trying to change it or anything. I'm not trying to justify, nothing. This is being present with that situation, that thought, that inner child, however you want to look at it. After a minute or so, if you come out of that and say, okay, is that come down from a 10? Okay, you may want to, it's come down from a 10 to a 6. Then go in again and do the same thing. Be present. and it can sear into you. This feeling can, like, if this never changed, like, you know, it can sear into you. Really, it can feel just horrible. But you're being present. You're learning how to tolerate that uncomfortability. You're not suppressing it. But when you come back out, you'll notice that it's dissipated some more. If you let it, if you're truly present, you're not resisting it, because what you resist persists. So we're not resisting it. We're letting it be there. Right? May have to do that a few times. The triple welcoming method, please correct me if I get any part of this wrong. Triple welcoming method is an extension of the Sedona method, and that I'm letting that feeling be. That's the first part of it. Then you're also going back in, you're asking, when could I let this go? Could I let this go? And when can I let this go? When you're sitting, being present with yourself, with this feeling, this situation, feeling and thought. And then in the next kind of phase, you may want to come back out, see how you feel, and then again welcoming this and saying, what would I be, how would I feel in letting this go? What possibilities are open to me? How would I view myself? So that's part of it. I like to think of the triple welcoming myself. I like to go back in a few times and let that feeling dissipate. But also asking, you know, that's my understanding, is you're asking on the triple welcoming method, after you're present with the feeling, then you're asking, the second phase is you're asking, could I let this go? When can I let this go? Third phase, third welcoming is, and what are my possibilities of being? How would I be after this? What opens to me? So that's that. That's part of releasing trauma, releasing egoic attachments. And they can be avoidance too. They can be things I avoid, or things that I'm attached to, like I'm grasping at, or things I'm avoiding. Let me get around that. I don't want to talk about that. Let's not do that. You know, I'm not going to see them today. I'm not, you know, that is, there's things we avoid, which are still a type of attachment. Or else we wouldn't have to be avoiding things. We would just let it be. Right? If you would like any help, other kind of help with like relieving trauma release exercise, EMDR, that's eye movement, eye movement, eye movement, I can't think of it now, it always gets desensitization, eye movement, somebody tell me what that is in the chat, please. What's the R stand for in EMDR? I'm always forgetting what that part is. Eye movement recovery deprogramming. Anyway, put it in the comments, please. I don't know why I keep forgetting it. Good stuff though. I have a lot of patients tell me that it is good stuff, and it's very it's not triggering generally, you know, with a good therapist. So there's different ways to release trauma in the course here. One of the ways that we change our minds, one of the ways we change our minds is we ask for the holy instant. We ask for the miracle. We pray. We say we want to see this another way, and it does, because that is the true miracle, is seeing something another way, in the way of unconditional love. So if you would like some help with any of this, again, I have several methods. I'm an MSW counselor therapist. I don't know if I said that. Gendai Reiki, Yasui Reiki, ordained minister, yogi, la. Anyway, check out my book, Realizing Emerald City. It's on Amazon, and the workbook, or just send me an email and I'll get you the digital copy, and we can talk about doing some work together, and I can help guide you through this process, working with your awakening and self-actualization, and getting your SP, your divine soul, back in a beautiful, harmonious way where you're the center of your world and not all of their grill. Have a great day. Have a great life. Again, I lost my clicker. Bye.